you.
There you go.
Okay. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop and look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this war. I can take the next thing that comes along. Being who I am hasn't completely shaped me. Who I am isn't who everyone thinks I am. Why I am is different. Disappointments, trust issues, and losing people are my main fears. In the winter of 2002, all my worries changed. Not crawling up the steps to my house, not throwing a fit every time I didn't have pink on, and not having all my toys together, but losing my father, starting a whole new battleship that I wasn't prepared for. Drug addictions change families. They continuously hurt people, minute and minute of the day. My best friend, my father, left my life when I was 6 years old, if you all didn't already know. His drug problem was unshorn until I was old enough to realize it. Doubt was all I was ever put through. Disappointment was a daily thing. Being left for other women, every Tuesday and Thursday occurrence. Being taken to places that I knew I wasn't supposed to be at. Girls in my grade who I thought were my friends, asking me why my father, who I was so excited to go somewhere special with, was on the news or in the paper for drugs, embarrassing me because of it. Did any of this affect me? Yes. In the inside I was hurting. Did I ever let it show? No. I was still a daddy's girl, but as I grew older and was actually enjoying what I seemed to love, what I seemed to be doing every day, I became more involved. I knew that I needed support, and the support that I had was on my back through it all. And now to this day, it's still my #1 supporter. Cheerleading was an escape for me. Getting away from all the hardships, all the arguing, and all the doubtless. I cheered for Champions League All-Stars for 13 years. I had a dream. That dream was to become stronger and stronger with cheerleading and to let all my worries out. To show my father that I am succeeding for him. Each year, the excitement decreased. The older I got, the more I understood all of my surroundings and what really was going on. All of my anger and all of my tension was built up, forcing me to like cheerleading less. I took my anger out on other people. I didn't try, and I really didn't care. All I wanted to know was why. After quitting Champions cheerleading, my love for cheer was no longer there. But all the questions remained the same. Why do I have a father that won't be a cheer dad and wear silly outfits and dance on stage for me? Why can't I get a text or a call telling me good luck before a competition? Everything was unreal, and I lived every day thinking if my father was okay or alive at that. Through all the hardships and all my challenges, my mother remained to be at my side through it all. She is my shoulder to cry on, my biggest support system. All of it. She has taught me to stay strong and always follow my heart. But sometimes, being pushed too hard can result to lack of caring. My mother still, to this day, is a pushover. Her growing up, she was adopted by her grandparents and took her anger out by not having the desires to succeed. She now pushes me to be the best that I can be, if not harder. Everything that I do isn't perfect enough for her. Nothing I ever done is good enough. Expectations are huge in my household. And being pushed around if I make a simple mistake is what strives me to be the best in everything I do. Trying my hardest and being competitive is two of my main characteristics of why I am. I strive every day to make my mom happy and meet her expectations, if not harder. I strive to be the best that I can be because of her raising me on her own. I will not turn out like her, nor my father. Through all the struggling times, I kept God close to me and didn't care if I had no one but Him. Spending the night with my grandparents was a hard thing to do through this exhausting time period. My grandmother had cancer and was being robbed by her own son for her wealth while she was dying in her own bed. Around 2:30 a.m. on a school night during our 7th grade year, I got a phone call, multiple ones at that. It woke me up to see that my dad was calling me. It was exciting, but frightening. I answered calmly, and he says to me, "I need you to come to Kroger on the east side quickly." As myself knowing that something was terribly wrong, I forcefully wake up my grandmother and tell her to drive me over there and explain why. We arrive and he is by himself with 2 pistols to his head behind Kroger. Right then and there, I knew that I needed to seek for help, not only for my depressing lifestyle, but also for my best friend, my dad. This night continuously pops into my head when I'm nervous about taking a test, when I'm afraid to do anything, but I know that God is with me. This change in my life has allowed me to grow in my relationship with Jesus and know to not take anything for granted. Having Jesus guide me in the right path through these times is who I am and why I am. Psalms 28:7-8. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart exults, and with my song I shall thank him. The Lord is their strength, and he is saving me fence to be anointed. Due to everything that I have been through with my father, it has led me to have trust issues, disappointment, leaving me without anything, and not being the best I can be in a relationship. Being in a relationship for 3 years now, there have been some times I know I shouldn't be in the relationship. But everything I've been through has led me to be terrified to leave. It's made me forgive him just like I forgave my father. It's led me to be heartbroken when plans change. It's affected my relationship in every way, shape, and form. I never thought that I could be able to trust anyone. I never thought that I could look at a male or a best friend and not think about the past. Through all my battles, I bet none of you knew why I am the person I am, why I'm competitive, why I get so attached to my best friends and my relationships, why I do everything I can to be the best I can be, or why I let cheerleading away with when everything was tough. I would not change one thing about myself or the battles that have led me to be where I am today. I'm succeeding every day for my dad, for my mom, and to show that everything I have been through doesn't affect who I am. Every story has an end, but in my life, every end is a new beginning.